One of the questions lawyers get asked the most is, what is my case worth?
I'm Steven Skinner, and this is my brother Andrew with Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers.
The truth is, it's very difficult for a lawyer to pinpoint a number because every case is different.
We get to know each situation and we'll give you an idea of what your case is worth and why.
The sooner we get involved, the better we can do getting you the compensation you deserve.
Google Skinner Lawyers or go to skinnerwins.com. We'll treat you like family.
Spring into adventure this month at CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg. We have a great selection of new Chevys on our lot, including over 30 new Trailblazers. And right now, you can get a new 2024 Trailblazer with $500 customer cash. Or get a new 2024 Silverado 1500 with up to $11,500 off MSRP. Plus no payments for 90 days on select new 2024 Chevy models. Together, let's drive at CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
Hey, it's Cody from Cody's Auto Body.
You're a potty mouth.
But we do a really great job fixing cars after an accident.
I know, but you're still a potty mouth.
I'm possibly the best friend you could ever have.
You are, but potty mouth.
If you need your car repaired, come to Cody's Auto Body, located at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Because that's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
See? Potty mouth.
Leave me alone.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg.
Play ball!
It's time for the fun and excitement of West Virginia high school baseball. Today's game is being brought to you by
Parsons Ford, Rocks, the Heffley Motor Company, the Wagner Law Firm, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, the Skinner Law Firm, the Browns Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, Orsini's, Carter Myers Automotive, Century 21 Modern Realty Results, the Palace Lounge, Cody's Auto Body, WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, Hagerstown Ford, the Berkeley County Health Department, Smallwood and Small Insurance, Mother Shuckers, L.A. Roberts Jewelers, the Dutch Miller Auto Group, and the Mansion Freddie Law Firm.
And now for the pregame show. Let's go out to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Good evening and welcome here to P.O. Faulkner Park for the Region 2 Championship Series between the Martinsburg Bulldogs and the Jefferson Cougars. Game 1 here tonight. Game 2 will be played tomorrow at noon at Jefferson High School, and if it's necessary, we'll have Game 3 back here on Wednesday. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin. The Bulldogs enter this contest at 31-2, while Jefferson is coming off of a 24-11 season so far. Trip, it's a great rivalry. It's kind of the matchup that we expected in the preseason, but Jefferson had their struggles about mid-year. They turned it around recently, and Martinsburg's been pretty much the best team in the area all season. But as we saw in those Hedgesville matchups and sectionals, even though the records may say, well, Martinsburg should dominate, that's not necessarily the case. There's a lot of good teams and a lot of good players around here.
Oh, yeah, it's hard to dominate, this time of year in the EPAC, regardless of the seedings and, what's happened up to this point. The teams are set. Here Coach John Lowry had talked about, they were trying to find which pieces fit in the puzzle, and, they get to this point where they feel like they've got, things settled in, their lineup settled, and, they got their best 9. They've got their pitching rotation settled, and, they've been very successful here as of late. They're coming in hot, and, they've won 3 straight games in their section, and they won them, I would say that they never really were threatened a whole lot in that section. So they have, unlike Martinsburg, who played 2 really tough games against Hedgesville, they seem to have found their groove in that section. Martinsburg was tested, but Martinsburg finds a way. That's what they've done all year long, is find a way with their depth, outlast teams, and we're going to see a really, really good regional here as Jefferson. Like you say, started off a little slow, but we knew that they'd be playing their best baseball this time of year. And I believe Martinsburg, has the pieces of the puzzle, as Coach John Lauer would say, has the pieces of the puzzle, and they've been set pretty much all year. And I think Jefferson has found the pieces that fit. And we're going to see if these two teams are, what we're going to end up with here after the end of the 2 or 3 games here.
You mentioned the pitching being strong on both sides. Cohen Rutherford getting the start here tonight for Jefferson against Carson Buber. You could say Buber was pretty much a lock to start this game just because, he's been arguably Martinsburg's ace the last 2 years at least, and has been a big part of their team the last 3. But on the other side, is between Rutherford and Riley Morgan. Rutherford struggled last time against Martinsburg in a 7-0 loss for the Cougars, but he's also coming off of a combined no-hitter with Riley Morgan. So what do you think about maybe the pitching decision there? I think a lot of people expected Morgan here tonight for Game 1.
Yeah, I mean, either one. Maybe it's a strategery. Is it holding the senior? Is Morgan, a little bit still a little sore? He's had some injury, but he seemed to be pretty much healthy. So, does Jefferson like the matchup better, Rutherford against Buber? He said in the Journal that he wasn't going to name his starter, so that makes you wonder if he was waiting, on a game time decision with Morgan, or if he was just keeping them guessing. Jefferson, they're not going to show you all their aces in the hole, but when you look at the stats, I mean, Rutherford is certainly up to the task. I know that the first time through he had some struggles against Martinsburg and had a short start, but that was uncharacteristic of the way he's thrown all year long. So I don't think it's going to make a huge difference as to, the outcome of this game. I think it's going to come down to, the pitchers pounding the strike zone. You talked about it on the pregame show, the free bases. Rutherford will go from the right side, which helps Martinsburg in the stealing, as far as taking bases, stealing, they get a little better jump than you do off a lefty. So, if they get on, they will probably move runners a little bit better with the righty. But Rutherford is quick to the plate, throws a lot of strikes, not going to give you a lot of free base. Martinsburg will have to hit themselves on. They have had times where their offense kind of slacked. And, Jefferson also, you heard Coach Lowry all year long say we need to produce some runs. So, but it's hard to produce runs when you're trying to hit against Rutherford, Buber, Morgan, DeLauder, Alter, Ovie, Jet Gross. I mean, the names just keep coming, and that makes it really hard to put a lot of runs on the board. So it's going to come down to defense and pitching and some timely hitting, of course.
Yep, should be a great 3-game series between these two teams. We'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll hear from both teams' head coaches. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Have you been smoking? I can smell it. Hickory. I'm gonna watch you smoke the whole pack.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Have you been smoking? I can smell it. Hickory. I'm gonna watch you smoke the whole pack.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Panhandle Printing and Design is your full-service local print shop.
With over 50 years of combined experience, we know how to handle all of your printing and design needs.
We can handle anything, from small business cards to wrapping large vehicles. Our in-house design team can do it all. As a staple of this community, we love helping people promote their events, businesses, and anything they're passionate about. Envision, create, and bring your ideas to life with Panhandle Printing and Design.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
Good evening and welcome back here to P.O. Faulkner Park here for the Region 2 Championship Series between Jefferson and Martinsburg here on the Skinner Law Firm pregame show, brought to you by the Skinner Law Firm. Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, representing accident and injury claims for over 50 years. Go to SkinnerWins.com. We'll get into our coaches' interviews, brought to you by Parsons Ford, located at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. It became number one by making you number one first, Parsons. We'll start with the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Aaron Byler, and then hear from Jefferson head coach John Lowry Sr. Now joined by the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Aaron Byler. Coach, getting ready for this regional championship series. What are some things your team did over the last week to prepare for this matchup?
Well, I think it was good for us to get on the field there with Broadford and Christian after the series with Hedgesville where we didn't hit the ball very well. I thought we hit the ball really well in that tune-up game against Broadfording. We haven't changed a whole lot. The old adage, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So we've just, continued to do what we've done, and we've had a couple good days of practice, and we're ready to go.
And you mentioned it, not trying to really change too much. Overall, it's been a great season for your team, historic season, 31-2 record, record-breaking year for your program. How do you kind of, carry that momentum over into the playoffs, or into the regionals, I should say?
Well, I think like we talk about all the time that this series where everybody's 0-0 and everybody's trying to win 2 games, and to win 2 you got to go 1-0 first. So like our goal's been all year is to kind of go 1-0 today, and that's kind of where our focus is. And I think we have a veteran dugout that understands that they need to focus on today and not look ahead, and everybody needs to do their job like they continue to do if we're going to go 1-0 today.
When you look back on the season so far, how would you, evaluate things for your team in terms of strengths and weaknesses as you head into this series against Jefferson?
Yeah, we're not going to reflect too much on it right now. I'm sure one day we'll sit back and look at it and be really proud of what we accomplished. But, I don't think there's any secret that our goal is to make it to Charleston. So, that will continue to be the goal, and our focus right now is on Jefferson, not necessarily what we've done to this point, and just making sure that we play good baseball today and throughout the series.
When you look at Jefferson, 24-11 season, their year kind of got off to a rough start when you look at EPAC play, but they really have turned it around, and they're back here in regionals where you kind of expect them to be with that program. So what kind of stands out to you about this year's team for them, and going up against Cohen Rutherford, I believe, today? So.
Yeah, it's no surprise that they're here in the regional final against us. We kind of expected that at the beginning of the year when you sat down and looked at everything. Faced Colin Rutherford one time. We had some success against him early on, so we're just hoping that continues today.
We're talking with both you and Coach Lowry. I think brought this up last week on the show. The free bases will be kind of the key and the difference, it feels like, in this game. How do you make sure that your team takes advantage of the free base game?
Well, Carson just needs to throw strikes to start with, and he's done a great job of that all year. And our approach has to be good, and we have to work counts, and we have to try to get on base any way we can. We have to make sure we play good, fundamental, sound defense, which we've done all year long. So if we do those 3 things, hopefully we'll win the free base game. And it's no secret, like we've talked about, that the team that wins the free base game in high school baseball usually wins the game. So that'll obviously be our goal again.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Good luck.
Thanks, Nick.
Now joined by the head coach of the Jefferson Cougars, John Lowry Sr. Coach, your team's back here in the regional championship after a good series against Washington. What were some things that you kind of took away from that series heading into this one?
Well, we did the things well in that series that we have done well all year. We had good pitching and we played good defense, and we were able to add some timely hitting to that, which worked our advantage in a short series like that.
Game 1 here, the regional championship series against Martinsburg, a team that's had a great season. They've definitely, though, shown, there's been competitive games. Even though they're 31-2, it's not like it's too crazy to see your team coming out and win. What's kind of been your message to your team, knowing that you're going up against a really great Martinsburg program?
Well, just go out and try to do the things well we do, give our best effort, and do the best we can, try as hard as we can, see if we can eliminate mistakes, stay consistent as we have been in the last, the 5 to 10 games of the season, and then whatever happens, we can live with. You go out and you do your best. That's all you can ask of anybody, and that's all they can ask of themselves, and that's what we're, hopefully, the message that resonates with them as we get ready to play here.
You're going with Cohen here tonight in Game 1. I'm presuming you're going to pitch Riley Morgan tomorrow. What led to, that decision? Cohen had a little bit of a rough outing last time against Martinsburg, but obviously he's been a great pitcher for you, contributed to that no-hitter against Washington.
Well, he's pitched well of late again. You got to win. It's a 2 out of 3 series, so it's more than tonight's game. It's tomorrow's game as well, and we just feel like that he's a competitive pitcher for us, as is Riley, and Jet had a nice game up here. It was 1-1 going into the 5th, and we feel like we got 3 guys that can go out there and give us an opportunity. If they're throwing the ball across the plate, we don't give bases away, and if we can make some plays in the field and hopefully get some timely hits. We have a lot of respect for Martinsburg and what they've accomplished this year. They're solid in the field. They got depth on the mound. They hit the ball 1 through 9. They're not 31-2 without reason. And, it's a challenge for us, and at this point in the season, we feel like we're playing our best, so, that's what we build toward, and we're looking forward to the challenge, and however it might work out, so be it.
We talked about on the Sports Mix, you and Coach Byler both mentioned it in your interviews with us, that the free base game would be the key for the series. How do you make sure that your team wins the free bases?
Well, I wish I could make sure. I think that's the beauty of high school baseball. There is no thing that's sure. You try to emphasize it, and if you do have a base that gets away from you, okay, move on and get ready. The world doesn't spin backwards. Once something happens, it happens, and you got to be ready to move forward. And that's another challenge with high school kids. They have a tendency to dwell, and you can't dwell. Once the play's over, it's over. You got to move on to the next play. And if you've heard me say, I think probably in these interviews before, the lowest common denominator of the game is the pitch, and you try to play it one pitch at a time, and you never really know what pitch might make the difference. And if you look back through some of the games you guys covered, you can probably pick out a pitch here or there that has made the difference. And that's that concentration factor, and all those things go in to make this a great game. That's the reason there's. Maybe in some of the other sports, when teams are favored, you can, like I've often said, if you got that 230-pound fullback that can run off tackle every time, he's a hard man to bring down. But, you get a bad hop or the ball, whatever, there's so many variables in baseball that make it fun and interesting.
All right, Coach, thank you. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
That was Coach John Lowry, Sr., as well as Martinsburg head coach Aaron Byler. We will take another 2-minute break. On the other side of the break, we'll give you the starting lineups and get ready for first pitch. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. We're back in 2 minutes.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
The future doesn't wait. Why should you? Blue Ridge Community and Technical College offers over 60 degree and certificate programs in education, IT, culinary arts, engineering, and so much more. Small class sizes, flexible schedules with evening and online classes, affordable tuition, plus financial aid is available to those who qualify. Now you can go to college. Visit us online at blueridgectc.edu. That's blueridgectc.edu. Stop waiting and enroll today.
The Classical Christian Academy at Bethel is helping create extraordinary futures.
So we've seen improvements in our boys on the, as I said, arithmetic, reading and writing.
I worked in the county, I worked in public school, and that's what I knew. And I knew I wanted to be able to give her more. So I would recommend this to anyone.
You know, our daughter has thrived here. The family-like environment is exactly what she needed.
The Classical Christian Academy at Bethel in Martinsburg, equipping children to lead lives of significant impact.
If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center at 800 Emmett Rouse Drive, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley Morgan County Health Department.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park here as we get ready for first pitch between Martinsburg and Jefferson here in the Regional Championship Series. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin. Trip, let's get into the starting lineups brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust for your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. First, for the visitors, the Jefferson Cougars leading off will be Dominguez. Batting second will be Riley Morgan in right field. Batting third, the first baseman, Surf Guerra. Batting fourth, the third baseman, Alex Danner. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Liam Sager. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Cole Lewis. Batting seventh, the catcher, Cole Smith. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Ty Vickers. And rounding out the lineup in center field, Sam Hefner. For Martinsburg, it will be Isaac Grove leading things off and playing center field. Carson Buber, the pitcher, batting second. The shortstop, Braden Oviedo, batting third. Christian Alter in right, batting fourth. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Ben Reisenweber. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Owen Rubenthal. Batting seventh, the catcher, Braden Edwards. Batting eighth, the first baseman, Jameer Brown. And rounding out the lineup at second base, Keegan Everhart. And Rubenthal is hitting for Logan Wilt in left field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of what we expected. Didn't know exactly for sure who was going to pitch for Jefferson, but nothing surprising in Martinsburg's lineup. Nothing really surprising in Jefferson's lineup. These are just two long-term rivals here. I mean, ever since I was 12 years old, and that's going back many moon ago, that it was always Martinsburg Jefferson, it felt like, and the winner of this matchup to get out of the area, whether it be All-Stars or Little League or whatever ball we were playing up through high school, that had a real legitimate shot of winning a state tournament. A lot of those state flags that are flown down at Jefferson, probably some of their toughest matchups, to get those state titles down there came right here in across county. So, just a very baseball rich area, and a lot of really good talent. I'm fortunate to get to see a lot of it combined together in the summer, and it's just a magical thing to see. But tonight, they're going to be rivals. They're going to fight each other, but I expect this game to be played right with class, and I expect two coaching staffs to make a lot of the right moves and play this game, and I think that the gentleman's rules will be honored here tonight as well. I just think it's going to be a great game, and Craig Daring said it's a beautiful game. It's played on played on dirt, but we called it diamond. So beautiful day for baseball, and pitch one's on its way from Carson Buber for the home Bulldogs in white.
First pitch is brought to you by the Murius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors. John Everson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Call 304-263-4343. That first pitch is a called strike one. And Buber on the mound for the Bulldogs against Cohen Rutherford on the mound, as Dominguez is going to send this one into right field, and that will get down for a leadoff single. So Jefferson gets on base to begin the ball game with the Dominguez single.
Yeah, you heard the Jefferson crowd light up. You know, Buber's been a really tough opponent for them. I mean, they've only had 5 hits off of him in 14 innings, so that's their 6th hit. So, you know, he's been really, really tough for them to have success with. So, you know, getting the leadoff guy on is big here for Jefferson, not only for their inning, but just for their mental state here.
Pitch here from Buber is a ball high, and we talked about how Martinsburg got the best of Rutherford in that first matchup, but Buber is the only Bulldog pitcher that Jefferson's seen. So kind of an interesting matchup on both ends. Typically, you know, you try to give a different pitcher to a team a second time around, but Carson Buber's their guy, and they're going to obviously throw him in must-win situations, and they feel like winning game one would put you in that best scenario to possibly win the series as well.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they were going to go Lane or Buber. You know, Jefferson was probably going to go Morgan or Rutherford. You know, so they have seen him, but it's been spanned out, you know, over weeks. Not like they've seen him last week or, you know, does it give Jefferson an advantage that they've seen him, or does it give Martinsburg an advantage that he's had so much success against them?
There's a swing and a miss, strike 3 for Riley Morgan, so he goes down swinging, and that'll bring Guerra to the plate. And so it'll be Buber doing the pitching, Edwards doing the catching on the Martinsburg side, and on the Jefferson side, Rutherford doing the pitching, Smith doing the catching. Our starting battery is brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. Next pitch from Buber on the way to Guerra is hit down the right field line. Alter is giving chase, and it will head out of play.
Started Guerra off with a curveball away. He fought it off there. Keith Allison behind the plate. Jefferson in their maroon with the block letters that we've seen all through the sectionals, the gold block letters. Gray pants.
Next pitch from Carson Buber on 0-1. Just misses outside for ball one. Our top of the first is brought to you by the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations. Robert Fields and Sons, proudly serving our area since 1880.
I think it's been a while since I could even say, or do I even know, there's a time when a freshman led the EPAC in home runs.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I've ever seen that. So this could be a first. You know, I'm sure it's happened. There's been some really good hitters that come through, but it's been a while.
2-1 count here on Guerra. Ball misses high for ball 3. Yeah, he's had a great freshman season, and
I mean, we're not really used to seeing a lot of freshmen even up in EPAC, let alone on the Jefferson squad. So, you know, this just shows you how impressive he's been.
3-1 count here on Guerra, and they miss for ball 4. So Jefferson gets 2 on in that first free base that we talked about, Tripp.
First one.
So Cougars have a runner in scoring position for Alex Danner, who is another young guy in this lineup. Jefferson going to be probably a problem over the next few years. Danner had the other RBI in that win over Washington the other day to send Jefferson to this regional championship, but Danner way fooled on that first pitch, swings and misses for strike 1. So an 0-1 count here on Danner, 2 on and 1 down here in the top half of the first inning between Jefferson and Martinsburg in Game 1 of the Regional Championship Series. Coach Lowry calls time. Danner has a conversation with him, and now we'll head back to the box, down 0-1.
I don't think he cared for his approach much there after the walk, you know, offering for a curveball that was, you know, good ways off the plate there.
0-1 count. Buber checks the runners and delivers. And that was a called strike 2 on the lower inside corner. So Danner falls behind here 0-2 with 1 down here in the first inning.
Yeah, Danner's got to be protecting the plate here. Buber's got to be looking to get him to hit his pitch, trying to keep him from hitting a barrel here, staying away from him since he's up.
Carson delivers here on 0-2, and it misses low and outside. Similar pitch to that first pitch there, Tripp.
Yep. Not quite as competitive as the first one, but still started it away, and it moved away and away and down. Great job by Edwards to keep the runners at first and second, not letting them move up.
1-2 count. Buber delivers again here with 1 down in the inning and misses low for ball 2. So Danner has worked it back even to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
See John Lowry, Coach John Lowry Sr. on third. He's been relegated to the bucket there with an injury to his foot.
The 2-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Danner goes down looking for the second out, and that'll bring Sager to the plate.
Yeah, nice pitch by the right-handed Boob there. Buber came across the plate, tailed a little bit, ran back in a bit with that arm side run. I think Danner thought it was going to be away, and it ran back in enough to catch the outer half. And Buber's a pitch away, like you said, of ending this threat here.
This one misses low for ball 1 to Sager.
So Jefferson 3, 4, 5 guys are freshmen, sophomore, freshmen. Impressive. And here they are in the regional final, so the future is looking good.
1-0 count. And Sager rips it foul and out of play down the first base line. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. And Jefferson threatening here after the Dominguez leadoff single, the 1-out walk from Guerra. But here with 2 outs, it's up to the designated hitter, Liam Sager, who's hitting for the pitcher, Cohen Rutherford. The pitch from Buber is a call on strike 1. Or strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Lights are on here at P.O. Faulkner Park. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Buber with 3 strikeouts here in this first inning. And Jefferson strands 2. We'll head to the bottom of the first. This is the Region 2 Championship Series on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10.
WB Medicine announces the expansion of its robotic-assisted surgery program with the addition of the Da Vinci surgical system at Jefferson Medical Center. The Da Vinci is used for a wide range of general surgery and gynecologic procedures like hernia repairs, gallbladder removal, hysterectomy, and more. Our board-certified surgeons combine this advanced technology with compassionate care for better results, including smaller incisions, less pain and blood loss, and quicker recovery times. Visit wbmedicine.org/Jefferson to learn more.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Tripp Tobin. Colin McLaughlin, our on-site producer. Back in the studio is Dylan Bishop. Our bottom of the first inning is brought to you by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer. Visit them at 360 Hank Wilson Way in Martinsburg or online at Orsinis.com. No score here between Jefferson and Martinsburg as we head to the bottom of the first inning. It'll be Cohen Rutherford on the mound for the Cougars against this Bulldog lineup of Grove, Buber, Oviedo due up here to begin things for Martinsburg.
Yeah, we was talking about, this matchup and, a lot happened there pregame. But, the biggest thing the biggest stat that sticks out in the series so far, this year is Martinsburg has out-hit Jefferson 18-5. So Martinsburg struck out 9 times, Jefferson struck out 10. Martinsburg's walked 7 times, struck out, and Jefferson's walked 3 times. So, Martinsburg has not given a lot of walks and kept the base runners off. Martinsburg has 18 hits. So if they're going to continue their dominance against Jefferson, they're going to have to keep that up. But right now, they have to face Cohen Rutherford. Cohen did have a short outing the last time, give up 3 or 4 runs there early and was short-started. So there as he throws the first pitch to the backstop. Everybody's probably got a little bit of butterflies here.
Yeah, I think we talked about it on the show today as well. It feels like heading into this series and that the pitching will probably match each other pretty well, but it's just going to – it just feels like Martinsburg will eventually break through. That's kind of what they've done all season, but you never know in baseball.
Yeah,
that's kind of the fun part about it.
As we get down to the, to elimination games, things you can't continue to just fight your way back. At some point you have to take control as ball 2 comes in there, the curveball away, because sometimes the outs just run out and your luck runs out. And so Martinsburg certainly has done a great job of being down late in games, a couple runs, and finding a way to win, but not a place you want to be.
2-1 pitch here from Rutherford is just outside for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike.
Isaac Grove's done a great job all year long with that on-base percentage. That's all that Coach Ballard worries about with Grove is his on-base percentage.
This one called strike 2.
A great job lead off here, making the Rutherford throw pitches. He's 6 pitch at bat guaranteed here.
Rutherford on a 3-2 count. Next pitch to Grove, lined up the middle for the shortstop Dominguez, and the freshman fires to his fellow freshman Surf Guerra for the out.
Good at bat by Isaac. Just seeing 6 pitches, got a pretty good metal on it there. Wood on it, you call it, squared it up, but one hop to shortstop. Right off the turf, not a real hard play at all. Sent it over. You see him giving Carson Buber a little bit of information, what he learned when he was up there, so see what Carson can do with it.
Buber will hit here in the 2 spot, as he has, I believe, all season. The pitch here from Rutherford is a little bit high for ball 1.
Keith Allison behind the plate, Rick Alderman at first. You have C.L. Baker at second and Jeff King at third.
1-0 pitch here to Buber, I should say. It's a swing and a miss for strike 1.
Interesting note about Jeff King is he will be umpiring down in Charleston next week, state tournament. So congratulations to him.
1-1 pitch, called strike 2. We'll see who joins them there out of the pack throughout this series. Will it be Martinsburg or will it be Jefferson?
The only guarantee we know right now is Jeff, right?
Jeff
King.
1-2 count here is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Rutherford gets some swinging. A nice breaking ball, looked like, for the second out. So quickly, Cohen Rutherford works through the first 2 batters of Grove and Buber, but Oviedo coming to the plate now.
Shortstop, number 24, Braden Oviedo.
Seen Oviedo play both shortstop and third base this season with Carson Buber, depending on if he's pitching or not. And first pitch is a curveball that misses a little bit high for ball 1 to Oviedo. Rutherford's next pitch is popped up to right field, and Riley Morgan comes in and easily makes the play for the final out of the inning. So 1-2-3 goes Martinsburg in the bottom of the first. Headed to the second. Still no score between Jefferson and Martinsburg. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Triptova, as we begin the top of the second inning, brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg. A nice place to do business. No score here between Martinsburg and Jefferson as we head to the second. Tripp will see the Cougars going back to the plate. Did threaten in that first inning, but couldn't get a run across.
Yep, they did bring 5 to the plate, so that will, turn the lineup over quicker. Martinsburg only put 3 to the plate, so, that's going to be big as we move forward here as well. So going to see Cole Lewis, Cole Smith, and Ty Vickers, and then possibly Sam Heffner, and then back to the top. So Cole Lewis had been Jefferson's leadoff, late into last year, early this year, tweaked a muscle, so he knows this role here of leading off an inning, so not a bad place for Jefferson to be.
Yeah, Lewis has been in and out of the lineup all season as this one misses inside for a ball, but regional playoff time, want to get your best 9 in the lineup. We know A.J. Spears has also been dealing with some injuries, the catcher, so again, the young Cole Smith starting, but he's played well. And 2-0 count here.
If I'm pretty sure that if I look back, but Cole Smith tripled in the 4-1 game and eventually scored.
There is a strike call on Lewis.
Lewis, the batter here. I think he tripled in the game 4. I'll check, but I think he was the lone run in that game.
2-1 count. Hard right toward Buber. He stops it with his glove and then throws to first for the out. Good swing and good contact from Cole Lewis, but Buber with the quick reaction knocks it down and then stays with it to make the play for the out.
Yeah, great play there by Buber. Went right back into his belt there. He looks like he's no worse for the wear as Braylon Edwards will go out and check on him, and going to go out and have a look at him here for a second. So I think they're going to have just a check timeout.
He was kind of flexing his hand a little bit there, so.
He did get hit in looks like the throwing hand, possibly so. That could be, an issue here for sure.
Yeah, if you would have to make a change, not only do you lose his pitching, but you lose a start essentially as well, and hopefully everything good with Carson Buber, because we know that's a huge part of Martinsburg's team.
Yeah, Cole Lewis was the guy that did triple in that game and scored.
Buber's throwing some warm-up pitches, see if he can fight through it.
Yeah, line drive right back at him. Must have got him on the throwing hand a little bit. It dinged up. See how he reacts to that.
I think at this point it's just a feel thing. It seems like he's able to do everything that he needs to do at those first 2 warm-up pitches. Just wanted about 3 of them, and there he misses pretty well inside if it was an actual pitch. But
he's got 6 pitches to figure it out to make sure before he would be he could come out at 30 and be available tomorrow and the next day possibly if
true.
If they want to go caution. But it looks like he's good. But I'm sure they will keep a close eye on that. Of course, I think 45 or so, or maybe he could continue the next day.
Yeah, it would.
Looks like
a strike here. If there was, though, a need to sub him out, it would have obviously have messed things up for Martinsburg in terms of their playing, because you're thinking at least 5-6 innings out of Buber here today. 0-1 count. Next pitch from Buber. Called strike 2. So far looks so good against
they straighten him out.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to get hit by lightning to straighten yourself out, right?
Yeah, in some ways he looks better than he was before. 0-2 count.
A little more determined.
There's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Buber continues to get the strikeouts rolling. 4 of them already, so.
He's figuring I better strike them out so they don't hit me. Right.
That certainly helps, right? Can't hit it if you strike him out every time.
He's going to rub it a little bit. If he fights through it, you have that like Kurt Schilling thing where you with the blood on the sock and you get a little ketchup on the finger there. And
yeah, for sure.
The girls will dig it.
Be talking
Tough
about
guys.
It for weeks.
4 straight strikes since he's been hit, so I think he's good. All right.
Yeah, seems all right. 0-1 count here on Vickers. And the next pitch from Buber. Hit on the ground towards second. Everhart throws the first in time for the final out of the inning. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Jefferson. We head to the bottom of the second. Still no score between the two teams. This is the Region 2 Championship Series between Martinsburg and Jefferson here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 1 minute.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Here to P.O. Faulkner Park. No score between Jefferson and Martinsburg in this Region 2 Championship Series. Nick Verzolini alongside me. Trip Tobin, Kyle McLaughlin, our on-site producer. Back in the studio, Dylan Bishop. Trip, as we head to the top of the second, it's 4-5-6 due up for Martinsburg after a 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, Cohen Rutherford looked pretty good there. He took Isaac Grove to a full count, a couple of uncompetitive pitches there, but after that, he looked pretty good against Buber, got him out front there, and then he had Oviedo chase an outside pitch and hit it soft contact into right. So cruising at this moment, but
Alter sends it hard towards second. Vickers dives for it and makes the catch for the out. So one pitch, one away to begin the second on a great defensive play there by Ty Vickers.
Yeah, he used all that length. Ty Vickers is a long, lanky second baseman there, and he used every inch of it there as Alter went right back up the middle. One pitch, line drive, jumped on that fastball, sent it out there right in front of C.L. Baker. And he dove, caught it, rolled over and showed it. And it's just a great play there by Vickers.
So I'll bring Ben Reisenweber to the plate. And Ben will take that one, a curveball in there for strike. Reisenweber playing third here tonight. Sits in on an 0-1 count with one down here in the second inning. The next pitch from Cohen Rutherford is fouled straight back into the netting.
Big shout out to Erin. I know she's listening. I know she's wishing she was here. All the young men are wearing Team Erin shirts. No one fights alone here at Martinsburg as she's battling some health issues, and she's in the hospital. Going to be there for a few days, and so we're all prayers and hearts and prayers are out to you as Ben takes this for ball one. But Aaron, we're thinking about you. Everybody's been asking about you, and hope you're tuned in and know that we're all praying for you and get better soon and get back to the ballpark.
1-2 pitch here to Reisenweber is just outside for ball two.
Jefferson bench is into it.
Yeah, it's a big bench again on both sides. 2-2. Reisenweber pops it up toward right field. Morgan will make the catch with the blue glove for the out.
He's got the blue glove going, don't he? The baby blue glove out there, the big basket. Bring Rubenthal to the plate.
So 2 down here for the Bulldogs, and Owen Rubenthal, the designated hitter, coming to the plate. Batting for Logan Wilt in left field, and Rubenthal takes that one inside for ball one.
Rutherford started him with the curveball there. Staying in the stretch, even with no 1-on.
Cohen's 1-0 is a swing and a miss for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike on Rubenthal with 2 down. Bottom of the second inning.
Rutherford transfer from Musselman last year. First year with Jefferson.
Called strike there. The bottom of the second, brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, Promote, Protect, offering public clinical and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. It's a 1-2 count with 2 down here in the second. And the next pitch from Rutherford is fouled straight back. Rubenthal, the DH, batting from the left side. Trying to give Martinsburg a spark here early on. As Cohen Rutherford has quickly gotten through the Bulldogs' first 5 batters. The next pitch is outside for a ball, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rutherford ready to deliver, and there's a 2-2 strikeout, swing and a miss, strike 3 from Rubenthal. And we will head to the third, still scoreless between the Bulldogs and the Cougars. This is West Virginia High School Baseball. Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
Panhandle Printing and Design is your full-service local print shop.
With over 50 years of combined experience, we know how to handle all of your printing and design needs.
We can handle anything, from small business cards to wrapping large vehicles. Our in-house design team can do it all. As a staple of this community, we love helping people promote their events, businesses, and anything they're passionate about. Envision, create, and bring your ideas to life with Panhandle Printing and Design.
When you're looking for the perfect gift, look no further than L.A. Roberts Jewelers at 146 North Queen Street in downtown Martinsburg. Choose from a huge selection of unique items, from the finest diamonds that make your eyes sparkle to exquisite timepieces, figurines, and collectibles. Buying from L.A. Roberts Jewelers means that you've made the decision to do business with people who've excelled in the industry for more than 100 years. They'll be here tomorrow when you need them, and if you need your jewelry or your watch repaired, they'll do that too. L.A. Roberts in downtown Martinsburg. Old World Jewelers for a new age.
Top of the third inning is brought to you by the Dutch Miller Automotive Group, home of friends and family pricing. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin. Tom McLaughlin, our on-site producer. Back in the studio, Dylan Bishop. No score here in the Region 2 Championship Series. Game 1 between Martinsburg and Jefferson. Cougars coming back to the plate. It's the bottom of the lineup, the number 9 hitter, Sam Hefner, to lead things off, followed by Dominguez and then Riley Morgan. So Jefferson's trying to get something going here if Hefner to lead things off, as Cougars did leave 2 runners on base in that first inning, but the second was a 1-2-3 with groundouts from Lewis, a strikeout from Smith, and a groundout from Vickers. So Hefner will lead it off here against Carson Buber. He's got 4 strikeouts so far through the first 2 innings in an early pitching duel. And the pitch from Buber, it's a bunt from Hefner. Buber charges in, throws the first in time for the out.
Nice job by Buber there. We've seen him in the Hedgeville game, one bunt back to him where he threw it away there. He just used his instincts and his ability and cut it loose.
So 1 out here in the inning, and that will bring Dominguez to the plate.
Another 1 pitch, 1 out.
Yeah, it's true. We just had that last time.
They must know Colin has a date. Got to get out of here.
News to me. Apparently it's news to Colin as well. Who you setting up with, Trip?
There's some women out there looking for Colin.
1-0 count. Well, you already gave his number away, so you tried your best, I guess.
No, he hasn't got any complaints.
1-0 is low for ball 2. Dominguez did single to lead off the game. The 2-0 from Buber. A little bit low, or a little bit high, excuse me, for ball 3.
Dominguez has moved into this leadoff spot and been giving Jefferson a little bit of spark. They've scored more runs here, throughout that sectional. And he's a freshman, handling shortstop really well. I mean, you just wouldn't believe that he would roll up into Jefferson as a freshman and just take over the leadoff spot in the shortstop, but that just shows you the ability that this young man has.
3-0 count. Called strike 1. Dominguez thought it was low for ball 4.
The anywhere close 3-0, right?
Yeah, usually. 3-1 from Buber. That one is inside for ball 4. So Dominguez takes his base. He's been on base so far twice. Jefferson has its second walk of the game. And Riley Morgan will come to the plate. He struck out his first time. Morgan will bat from the right side. He throws from the left. And he'll come to the plate here with one down in the third and no score between the two teams. Buber delivers his pitch to Edwards, and it's a swing and a miss. Strike one.
Big curveball there for a strike. Had Morgan out front. Really nowhere near that one, so good starting pitch there. Morgan's looking to hit early, hunting fastballs. Guessed incorrectly.
Yeah, Buber's kept them off balance so far, and Morgan will swing and foul that one away for strike 2. So quickly it's an 0-2 count here on Riley. (0-2) with one down. Dominguez takes his lead off first base. Brown will hold. Buber checks. Now looks to the catcher and delivers the next pitch. And a swing and a miss. Strike 3. That is strikeout number 5 on the evening for Carson Buber. The second time he's gotten Riley Morgan to swing and miss. So brings Surf Garrett to the plate, who walked his first time. So 2 outs, 1 on. And a dangerous hitter at the plate. And Guerra, as we know, had the 2-run home run against Washington in the sectional championship, which helped Jefferson make it to this game. So certainly a guy that you could see change the series here.
He changed that game. He hit the lights
Scoreboard
out of that
possibly.
one. Yeah, he knocked the lights out when he hit that one. Scoreboard clunked it. The scoreboard went off and went back on, give them a commanding 3-0 lead, I believe, at the time. And I think it took
2-0, but then they added that other
it took
run
the
later.
life out of Washington, and Washington had to come back the next day. It just didn't seem like they had a lot of life in them from there, and I think that was just kind of and then you get the dagger from Danner that kind of put them out of the series. So these two guys here, big in that series, the guy at the plate and the guy on deck here with 2 outs.
0-1 count on Guerra. And the next pitch from Carson Buber is outside. Edwards lets it get away, but Dominguez stays put over there at first.
Yeah, 2 outs. You got to be safe here. You can't give up a 2-run shot. So you have to pitch. Be smart here. Surf's looking to change the game here or pass the baton.
Next pitch hit on the ground toward third and foul down the line. 1-2 count.
The timeout before this, before this at bat, he talked me down and spoke with Coach Lowry. You don't know if he was saying, "Hey, take a hack at it here," and 2 outs, and swing like it's 2-0, or try to move this lineup.
The 1-2 to Guerra is low and outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. The runner on first for Jefferson. Dominguez, who walked with 1 out here in the third, and then a strikeout from Morgan, brings this Guerra to the plate in a no-score ball game. And the pitch from Buber, lined into center field, charging in is Grove. He goes down and makes the catch for the final out of the inning. So Guerra hit it pretty well, but Grove read it well off the bat and makes the play for the final out of the inning. We head to the bottom of the third, still scoreless between Martinsburg and Jefferson. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg. Is your skin dry or breaking out? Are your muscles sore and tight? Then take a few hours or even a whole day to refresh yourself, recover, and rejuvenate at Personal Reflection Day Spa, located at 102 Hovatter Drive in Inwood. Personal Reflection Day Spa is an award-winning spa for 15 consecutive years. The friendly, experienced staff will give you the treatment you deserve from the minute you walk in the door. Book your appointment by calling 304-821-1333 or online at personalreflectiondayspa.com.
7-8-9 batters due up to begin this bottom of the third inning between Martinsburg and Jefferson. The bottom of the third is brought to you by the team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results. If you're looking for a home in the Tri-State, they have you covered. It will be Edwards, Brown, Everhart due up. Edwards, the catcher for the Bulldogs, bats from the left side. And Cohen Rutherford so far dominating against the Martinsburg lineup. Back-to-back 1-2-3 innings for him. And here's a called strike one on a breaking ball.
Yeah, he's faced six, set six down, one strikeout, couple of line outs.
This one fouled away by Edwards.
Starting to get into the twilight here. Lights coming on. Beautiful night for baseball here. Shout out to Nevin Kilmer. I know he's tuned in, listening. And
0-2, hit on the ground towards short. Dominguez charges in. There's the first in time for the out. So the 6-3 ground out. We've seen that now twice in the early goings. And that'll bring Jameer Brown to the plate.
After 3 innings, Carson Bluber's given up 1 hit. Of course, no runs, no earned, struck out 5 and walked 2.
First baseman, number 27, Jameer Brown.
After 2 1/3, you've got a couple strikeouts from Rutherford. No hits, no runs, no walks.
Pitch here to Brown is high for ball 1. And Jefferson hasn't given up a hit in 9 1/3 of innings. In their last 9 1/3 innings. As this one's high for ball 2. At least. I don't know if they gave up any late of that first Washington game or not. But 2-0 count here on Brown, and the pitch from Rutherford is fouled away. Good hack from Jameer on 2-0. Makes it 2-1.
Yeah, you want to take your cuts there at 2-0. If you get a pitcher like who's rolling there, and you get in a hitter's count, 2-0 count, you want to be looking for a fastball you can do some damage to.
Nice pitch from Rutherford, a called strike 2 on the outside part of the plate. So count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 down in the inning, nobody on.
Washington did get a hit in the 7th of that first game, so the hitless inning started in the second Washington game. So you were correct, 9 1/3.
This one misses outside for ball 3. It's a full count on Jameer Brown. Martinsburg looking for that first base runner of the evening so far, and on 3-2, Brown goes down swinging. Third strikeout of the day for Cohen Rutherford, and now there's 2 down in the inning for Keegan Everhart. So far, it's kind of a quiet atmosphere with the lack of offense between the two teams. Big crowd on hand once again.
Yeah, nice crowd here tonight. Parking lot filled up, front and back, up and down the streets.
Everhart hits it on the ground toward first. Guerra will step on first for the final out of the inning. So it's 9 up, 9 down for Martinsburg, and we head to the 4th. Still scoreless between the two teams. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
Mommy, where does flavor come from?
Well, when people love food, they cook it on a Traeger grill. Meat, corn, even pie. And then the Traeger does the rest, which brings everyone to celebrate this beautiful thing that they've created. Because when you share delicious food with your friends, that's the flavor of life.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Top of the fourth is brought to you by the Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. Reliable coverage since 1877. Call 304-263-0809 for a quote today or visit fmiwv.com as we head to the top of the fourth. Still scoreless between Martinsburg and Jefferson, and both pitchers have looked great so far. Tripp, as we see middle of the order for Jefferson here, Danner, Sager, Lewis do it.
Yeah, Jefferson's, got a couple guys on at this point. So, they're a little farther ahead here in the lineup with a couple walks and a base hit. So, not sure. Looks like it maybe have some trouble with the first base camera, but seems okay on our end. Danner's coming to the plate here. Danner, the last time up, he was struck out. That pitch on the outer half as Boober starts him with a curveball.
Yeah, it could be like a glare, a little bit dark possibly, but that's the only really thing I'm seeing. 1-0 count here. And Danner will foul this one away for strike one. So far, the pitchers have kind of done things a little bit differently. I mean, Rutherford's had 3 strikeouts, but for the most part, Boober's been working through with the strikeouts, 5 of them so far through 3 innings.
1-1 count here. Boober comes set.
That one misses outside
Curveball
for
away.
ball 2. So 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls and a strike here on Danner.
And the next pitch hit on the ground towards short. Oviedo lets it hop. Throws the first. Good stretch from Brown for the second out. Or for the first out, excuse me. Danner grounding out there to shortstop Braden Oviedo.
Yeah, he's automatic out there, at that spot. And him and Dominguez are 2 really sure-handed shortstops. So you pitchers are happy when that ball is on the ground and headed that way. Feeling pretty confident.
What's crazy is Oviedo's the backup shortstop.
Yeah. Yeah, the Martinsburg has depth in the defense. They've got guys they can bring in and play the outfield really well. Keegan Everhart goes from second to right to left, and and just plays phenomenal in both positions. When Boober comes back out, Radenweber will go from second to third. They're interchangeable parts.
0-1 count here. Breaking ball called strike 2 on Sager.
That really froze him. That was the best curveball of the night so far.
Great pitch from Boober there on 0-2 here. Next pitch, a little bit outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sager struck out his first time. One of the 3 batters to strike out in that first inning, and there's a swing and a miss, strike 3. It's a drop third strike, the throw down to first in time for the out, so quickly 2 away. Sager struck out twice now, and that will bring Cole Lewis to the plate.
Now batting, number 9, Cole Lewis.
Boober settled in pretty good there. He's had a couple 1, 2, 3 innings. Well, actually, last inning he had a walk there to Dominguez, but other than that, he had a 1, 2, 3 inning in the second, and then a 1, 2, and a 4 batter inning in the third. And he's retired the first 2 here, so he's starting to settle in and face the minimum.
Lewis swings and fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. 1 out here, 2 down, and 1 strike, and a swing and a miss for strike 2. And you look at Carson, around 53 pitches so far.
Lewis is the one that line drive the Boober earlier in the game.
The 0-2, a swing and a miss, strike 3. Boober's got another strikeout. The third to first on the drop third is in time for the out. Give Carson Boober 7 strikeouts through 4 innings. And we head to the bottom of the fourth. Bulldogs trying to break the scoreless game between Martinsburg and Jefferson. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
WB Medicine announces the expansion of its robotic-assisted surgery program with the addition of the Da Vinci surgical system at Jefferson Medical Center. The Da Vinci is used for a wide range of general surgery and gynecologic procedures like hernia repairs, gallbladder removal, hysterectomy, and more. Our board-certified surgeons combine this advanced technology with compassionate care for better results, including smaller incisions, less pain and blood loss, and quicker recovery times. Visit wbmedicine.org/Jefferson to learn more.
Mother Shuckers. Fresh Florida stone crab straight from the boat to your throat. Blue crabs, king, snow, Dungeness, all available year-round. Try and find that anywhere else around here. Homemade soup specials every day. Mother Shuckers is located at 1014 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Mother Shuckers, we have an opinion. If you don't like it, shuck it up, Buttercup. Come on over.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Nick Verzolini alongside me. Trip Tobin, Colin McLaughlin, our on-site producer. Back in the studio is Dylan Bishop. So being the bottom of the fourth, brought to you by Mother Shuckers Crab Shack, located at 1014 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. If you don't like it, chuck it up, Buttercup. We got pitcher's duel so far between the two teams. And we'll see the top of the order for Martinsburg. Your Trip, as it will be Grove, Boober, Oviedo due up. Grove will take the first pitch high for a ball. You see Alex Danner playing in on the turf in front of the bag. Expecting a bunt possibly from Grove to get something going for Martinsburg. And the 1-0 is lined towards second. Vickers is there again to make the play for the out.
Yep, lined it right at him. It's just like a couple times the ball's been hit hard today. By Martinsburg, been caught there. Jefferson also had a few line out to center, or line out to the pitcher, so it's kind of going both ways at this moment. But nothing's falling for either team. One of the reasons why we're a 0-0 ball game.
Carson Boober to the plate, struck out his first time, and Boober takes the first one high and inside for ball 1.
Boober had an opportunity. Has guys has some power, you know.
Next pitch from Rutherford is fouled away.
Got someone. I think it got the catcher. I think it got Cole Smith there. He's
looks like it, yeah.
Fouled and rearranged his mask a little bit, but he's going to retrieve the ball as umpire Keith Allison gives courtesy walk out to the pitcher. Hands Cole on a baseball and make sure that Cole Smith is no worse for the wear. Looks in for the signal. And we're going to go here. 1-1, 1 out to Carson Boober.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away, and the pitch to Boober is outside for ball 2.
Martinsburg still looking for their first base runner here into the fourth, with 1 out in the fourth.
So far, Rutherford has been good on the mound. Just 39 pitches. This will be his 40th, and it's fouled away. And now 25 of those 40 pitches have been strikes, so he's worked pretty efficiently.
2-2 count here. Boober's got to be protecting the plate. Rutherford will be smart here with his pitch selection.
Pitch from Cohen is a bouncer for ball 3.
Boober worked full count. Sun's starting to go down there and over in Guerra's eyes as you see Coach Bo Bartley shading his eyes. Could play into the inning.
The 3-2 popped up right field. Riley Morgan going back and makes the play for the second out. Boober gave it a ride, but it stays in the park, and it's just a long out number 2 for Braden Oviedo now to come to the plate for Martinsburg. With 2 outs and nobody on.
Yeah, it's the hardest Martinsburg's hit it here today, these last 2 batters, and both have been caught. Line drive by Grove, and that ball there I wouldn't necessarily say was a fly out, as it was kind of stayed kind of lined and hit pretty hard, but nice job out there by Morgan as Oviedo takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Martinsburg still looking for their first base runner.
Yeah, problem is they don't really find the gaps so far. If some of those are a little bit more difficult for the defense, then you probably have hits. But the defense has been lined up right where they hit them.
Yeah, both sides. It's been a problem for both sides as Jefferson's lined out. Martinsburg's lined out to the second baseman twice and now out to the right fielder.
Quickly, Oviedo's down here 0-2. Rutherford's 0-2 pitch is high for ball one.
Surf Garrett lined out to center. And so we've seen a couple of balls hit hard, but nothing really to show for it.
1-2, a breaking ball missing outside for ball two. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 down for Oviedo.
The hit that was recorded was hit by Dominguez, and he tried to hit it, missed the trick. Don't hit it real hard, just hard enough.
That's true. That one just misses outside for ball 3, so it's a full count here on Oviedo as Martinsburg threatens for its first base runner here in the bottom of the 4th inning. A 3-2. Oviedo lines this one toward left field. That's going to get down for extra bases as it one hops the wall and heads over the wall for a ground rule double. So perfect game is gone for Jefferson. And Martinsburg has a runner on second base with 2 down for Christian Alter.
Yeah, it was going to be hard for any pitcher to hold Martinsburg down to hold Martinsburg down hitless, let alone perfect. And 3-2 count or a hitter's count for Martinsburg. We'll see a pitching mound visit by Coach Lowry, and he's just going to talk to him, I'm sure, about his approach here. First base open. This game could come down to 1 run, 1 mistake, so he needs to make sure that, that he's got everything set. He's not going to let, just let something, a mistake happen by just not thinking. So he's going to go out there and think for him a little bit, coach him up, talk to Rutherford about his approach to this Christian Alter. First base open, Reisenweber on deck. So he's going to head back off now as the defense shakes hands, and they've got everything squared away. Got to watch for pickoffs out of these meetings, things like that, a little trick play or something. But at this point, Martinsburg needs to, Alter likes to take the ball back up the box. Anything that would get into right field is going to be, a tough play for Martinsburg at the plate with the big arm of Riley Morgan out there. So,
yeah, we've seen Morgan throw out guys before at the plate. So definitely a player you don't want to run on, but Alter's going to test it at least or send it into right field, and Morgan bobbles it, so they'll send Oviedo home. The throw to Guerra is cut off, and Martinsburg is on the board with the RBI single from Christian Alter. It's 1-0 Bulldogs here in the bottom of the 4th as Braden Oviedo scores from second.
Yeah, he was going to come up throw, and then he bobbled it. That's what give him a shot, because he definitely had the arm, and it was hit hard enough. And that big blue glove, he hit that glove, took a hop, just got away from him, and suddenly Martinsburg, who was hitless and looking like they were going to go down hit perfect in the 4th. 3-2, 2-out double by Oviedo, a 2-out single by Alter, and Martinsburg is up 1-0.
Rutherford's pitch here to Reisenweber fouled away. We talk about how one pitch can make a difference. You have that borderline 2-2 pitch, called a ball, and then after that, Oviedo sends it into left center field, and all of a sudden, Martinsburg jumps on top here to get the early 1-0 lead. The 0-1 misses outside from Rutherford for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Reisenweber, and then Alter with the RBI single to make it no longer scoreless and put Martinsburg in the lead. So good speed on the base pass with 2 down. And the pitch to Reisenweber is a swing and a foul tip into the glove for strike 2.
Reisenweber also has home run power in this lineup. They don't hit a tremendous amount of them, but they do have that power. And Rutherford have to be careful there.
Yeah, I believe there's a throw over, not in time. I believe Colin and I were looking before the game. 7 different guys in the lineup have homered. So while the home runs for individuals aren't anything too crazy, you do have a lot of guys that at least have the power to do it. As there's a throw over, not in time again. 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Reisenweber, 2 down, and a 1-0 Bulldog lead here in the bottom of the 4th. And the pitch. Reisenweber sends it toward right field and foul and out of play.
Fights it off. Good job there by Reisenweber.
Flew out his first time to right field. 1-2, 2 down. Alter takes his lead off first base. The pitch from Rutherford. It's a chopper back toward the pitcher, and Cohen will just go for the tag for the final out of the inning. And we head to the fifth. Martinsburg grabs the 1-0 lead on the RBI single from Christian Alter. It is Bulldogs 1, Cougars 0 as we head to the fifth inning. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and 210.
Welcome to CMA's Honda of Winchester, where you can drive an award-winning lineup of new and certified pre-owned Hondas, Accords, Civics, CRVs, HRVs, and more at CMA's Honda of Winchester. Owners just care more. Welcome to CMA's Honda of Winchester, where you can drive an award-winning lineup of new and certified pre-owned Hondas, Accords, Civics, CRVs, HRVs, and more at CMA's Honda of Winchester. Owners just care more.
We are the Skinner Brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives. And when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told, you need a lawyer. But that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or a loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
We welcome you back here to the fifth. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin. It's 1-0 Bulldogs now here in the fifth inning. As Jefferson coming back to the plate. It'll be Smith, Vickers, Hefner due up.
Looks like Smith's going to get pinch hit for.
Yeah.
Number 8.
Connor Williams is going to come in and pitch hit.
Now adding number 8, Connor Williams.
I believe that last inning was our first inning without. Yeah, it was our first inning without a strikeout so far. So, pitcher's duel broken up a little bit in a few different ways as Martinsburg was competitive at the plate, didn't go down swinging or anything like that. And Williams lines this one toward left field. It's going to drop in for a base hit, so the pinch hit works to perfection with a leadoff single from Williams.
Both teams now have 2 hits.
Top half of the fifth, brought to you by the Wagner Law Firm, West Virginia's premier DUI defense attorney. Visit WestVirginiaDUILawyers.com. Coach Lowry
going to run for.
Okay.
So he's going to put Smith back in, re-enter him, and then he'll run for the catcher. So Connor Williams will get taken out of the game. It appears he'll be removed and Cole Smith will re-enter. That would end Williams' day.
Are you going to pitch it for Vickers here too, or?
I'm not sure. So Jet Gross.
Okay.
So now Jet Gross has entered into that spot. So they just entered Jet Gross, and Jet Gross has now entered the game. So if he goes back out, then he won't be in the bullpen.
Yeah, so it should be interesting to see what they do there. I mean,
so at this point, you can't run for Williams. I know he entered the catcher spot, but he's not the catcher at the moment, as far as I can tell. So, and if they're trying to enter Williams as the catcher.
Didn't we have this the other day with Martinsburg, I believe it was?
Yeah, then Jet Gross is going to courtesy run, but Williams doesn't catch.
Right.
So you can't say he's the catcher of a record. But I'm not sure.
Well, a lot of meetings. But looks like we're ready to play baseball. So we'll see how this affects things. I don't think you're probably going to pitch Gross today anyway, because he would be your Game 3 starter if you got to Game 3.
But the issue though is that if Cole Smith comes back out to catch, then I believe that Jet Gross and Connor Williams are both relegated to the bench the rest of the game because they basically entered the game at this point.
Right.
Unless they're allowing Jefferson to courtesy run for Connor Williams as the catcher of a record, but he's not the catcher, as I can tell. So, anyway, we'll move forward. Leadoff base hit by the pinch hitter has been replaced by the Jet Gross as a runner, whether a courtesy runner or an entry. And now you have Vickers at the plate, who just fouled one off down the third baseline. Foul. A bunted one foul. So it'll be interesting to see how that's listed.
Well, Vickers will try to move the runner over, put him in scoring position here for the Cougars. First attempt was unsuccessful. Throw over here from Buber. Keeps Gross safe over there at first.
Jefferson's game changer has Gross in as a courtesy runner for Williams.
Right. I believe when that came up the other day, I think that's what they had ruled it, or at least that's what was decided. So Vickers will slap it towards second. Could be two as they turn it to second for one. The throw to first not in time. And was off the mark anyway, but
Oviedo had the 360. He had taken the throw. It was a slap. He squared the bunt, then he turned it back and slapped it, hoping to get the defense to react, and he slapped it to second. Everhart took it, spun on one knee, threw it to Oviedo. Oviedo was wide a little bit. Oviedo stayed on the bag and spun 360, then threw just wide of Jameer Brown, so we have a man at first with one out. The ball did get away from Jameer, but no harm done.
I bring Sam Hefner to the plate, so the attempt to move the runner over is unsuccessful. And now Hefner will hit with one out and a runner still on first base, and Hefner swings through that one for strike two. So a few little things here coming back and hurting Jefferson. A bobble from Riley Morgan in right field possibly allows Oviedo to score, and then Vickers unable to get a bunt down, and then a slap bunt leads to an out at second base. Vickers will take off, though, here. The pitch misses inside. The throw down from the catcher Edwards was a good throw, but Oviedo couldn't haul it in or make a tag, and Vickers may have been safe anyway. This looked like he got a pretty good jump, so would have been a close play, though.
Good jump by Vickers. Yep. Got himself in scoring position with one out.
So
two strikes on the batter.
He kind of takes back the previous effort there, as there's a called strike three on a nasty curveball from Carson Buber for the second out.
Back to the top of the order here, and Buber has now got himself one out, one pitch away. Dominguez has been proven to be a tough out here as he singled and walked.
It's the 8th strikeout of the inning of the game, I should say, for Carson Buber. If you had 8 strikeouts an inning, you need a new catcher. So here's the first pitch for strike one. Runner on second base here, 0-1 count. And a breaking ball, another called strike, and Dominguez disagrees with it, but he falls behind here 0-2 with 2 down.
Big spot here of 2 outs. Martinsburg was able to get a 2-out hit.
0-2, 2 outs, and the pitch. Dominguez sends it on the ground toward first. Brown gets to it off the bag. It's a foot race to the bag, and he makes the tag on the bag in time for the final out of the inning. So again, Jefferson threatens a little bit, but Martinsburg stays strong, and as we head to the 6th, it's 1-0 Bulldogs. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at FordofHagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
We welcome you back here to the Region 2 Championship game between Martinsburg and Championship Series. Martinsburg taking on Jefferson here in Game 1 of the series. Game 2 will be played tomorrow at noon. It's a quick turnaround between these two teams, but so far it's been a quick game due to the pitcher's duel. As Owen Rubenthal will lead things off. It's Rubenthal, Edwards, and Brown due up. As we get into the bottom of the fifth.
Rubenthal
brought to you by
swings through that pitch as he had some bad intentions there on that 1-0.
Read the wrong read last inning, but 1-1 count. So we'll just say the bottom of the fifth brought to you by L.A. Roberts Jewelers, committed to excellence in quality design and craftsmanship, located at 146 North Queen Street in Martinsburg. Bottom of the fifth, though, was actually brought to you by the Wagner Law Firm. 1-2 count here. The next pitch, Rubenthal sends it on the ground towards second. Throw in time for the out. So Rubenthal grounds out to the second baseman, Vickers.
We'll put that mistake on our on-site producer. He didn't catch it, so, you know.
Yeah.
He's over there swiping left on his dating app while we're trying to work. It's 1-0 ball game, exciting ball game here. Sun has went down, no longer a factor at first base. Edwards grounded out the short the last time. Curveball stays up here for ball one.
1 ball, no strikes here to Edwards, who batting in this seventh hole. The 1-0. Hit on the ground towards second again. Vickers can't quite get to that one as it's into right field. And that should be a single there for Edwards as Vickers made a great effort but couldn't get to it. Ty Vickers has seemingly got to everything hit toward him today, but not that one.
Not that one, was it?
Definitely made it close, but.
Going to get a courtesy runner here. Looks like is a Steen, possibly?
Yeah, I believe that's Jackson Steen there, number 23.
Jackson Steen coming in. Jameer Brown into the plate.
We have the confirmation from Colin that it is Jackson Steen down there at first base.
He's got the eagle eyes over there.
Or a camera pointed at the base, but I'm not sure which one. Steen takes his lead off first. And a throw over. Not in time. So Jameer Brown has struck out so far in his only plate appearance. Steen takes a big lead over there at first. A strike thrown there from Cohen Rutherford.
Rutherford hitting 60 couple pitches here.
Yeah, both guys, I believe, in the 60s now at this point, so both pitchers have been good. Brown lays down a bunt attempt. It's hit back toward the pitcher, Rutherford. He'll just take the easy out at first for the second out of the inning. And that will bring Keegan Everhart to the plate.
Interesting there to sack there, but Martinsburg wanting to put a little pressure on. Probably didn't want the bunt right back to the pitcher. Maybe something a little more competitive. Maybe, unfortunately, I did not see. I wasn't reading the third baseman there before that. Maybe he was back. You'd have to look at that, but probably not wanting to go. Probably trying to find the line there with one out. But regardless, got a man on second with two outs, an opportunity for another 2-out hit.
Everhart at the plate will take the first one for a called strike. Keegan grounded out to first his first time up.
Steen pushing the shortstop back, getting in a 2-out lead, staying deep. Looking to make that circle to come home here if he gets a base hit. Rutherford looking to shut this down here, not wanting to see the top of the order. That's on deck with Isaac Grove. Martinsburg looking for an insurance run.
The 0-1 hit on the ground toward second. Vickers fields it cleanly, throws the first. Good scoop by Guerra to make the play for the final out of the inning. So Martinsburg gets a runner on off after the Edwards single, but can't do anything with it. And we head to the sixth. 1-0 Bulldogs. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Summer starts here at CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg. We've got a great selection of your favorite Toyota models on our lot with over 80 new vehicles in stock. Right now, get up to $3,000 off MSRP on a new 2024 Camry. Or check out a new 2024 Tundra and get up to $4,500 off MSRP. And every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care and our lifetime powertrain warranty. Visit us online at cmastoyotaofmartinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. 1-0 Martinsburg here in this regional championship series, game 1 between the Bulldogs and the Jefferson Cougars. Martinsburg able to get on the board to take the 1-0 lead, but here in the sixth, we'll see Jefferson coming to the plate. Top of the sixth inning is brought to you by Parsons Ford. Located at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number 1 by making you number 1 first. Parsons.
Right fielder, number 27, Riley Morgan.
Riley Morgan struck out twice today, and unusual for him. Hoover's had his number. Jefferson, here in the sixth, definitely don't want to go to the seventh down a run. They'd like to chip here, or, get tied it up or get in the lead here going later in the inning. You never want to, of course, don't want to be down with your last at bat. It needs to be tied. But Boober been cruising. Both pitchers coming in after 4 complete innings. After 5 complete innings. 64 pitches for Boober, 64 for Rutherford, 44 strikes for Boober, 42 for Rutherford.
And for Jefferson, it hasn't been, as I'll take this one for a called strike, hasn't been a very successful offense against Carson Boober. So to be at the top of your order here with your 2, 3, 4 hitters, I'm just talking about the entire season, this is probably one of your best chances, as this one's popped up toward center, but going back is the shortstop Oviedo to make the play, and Morgan has an 0-for-3 day.
When Ovi kept going, I thought maybe he had a chance because, of course, Isaac Grove was playing deep, and Ovi kept going back and finally made the over-the-shoulder catch there. It looked like one time he had settled and slowed his pace, but then he picked it back up again, so great job there by Oviedo. Jefferson's biggest threat here probably is certainly to the plate.
Yeah, Guerra at the plate, leading the EPAC in home runs this season as only a freshman.
Extremely fast hands, that creates that bat whip. Can't get the fastball by him. That's what gives him, makes him competitive.
This one popped up toward the third baseline and out of play. A lot of fans standing over there along the third baseline as well as the first baseline.
Yeah, I thought we heard catcher Edwards. You might be able to hear it on the camera down there on the mic, crowd mic, that it was a room, but it just got out of his reach.
1-1 count. Next pitch from Boober. Called strike 2.
Yeah, got to be careful now. Big hitter at the plate. Now Guerra's got to shorten it up. Try to get on base, knowing they're down a run here, trying to get someone to.
1-2. Popped up toward right center field, going over and making the catch is Isaac Grove for the second out. So 2 down here in the 6th, and Alex Danner, the 4-hole hitter, comes up. 1-0 ball game. But overall, Jefferson is there's only scored 1 run against Boober in their 2 and almost 6 innings. 2 games and almost 6 innings of work against it. Is this one a called strike 1 to Danner? Strikeout and a ground out so far.
It almost appears that Boober's getting stronger. He seems to be, hitting his spots here. Curveball's working, changeup.
The 0-1, swing and a miss, strike 2.
Looked like a big changeup there. Maybe a curve, couldn't tell, but certainly off speed as Boober certainly commanding pitches right now. Needs to be careful not to chase a strike out here and just try to throw it down the middle. Maybe throw something competitive off. Good job by Danner there to fight that off. Curveball in. Could have been a strikeout looking, but great job by Danner, who's I think listed in the journal as the top average hitter on this team. As he's still 0-2, but did a great job fighting off that curveball that tried to come in the back door.
The 0-2 to Danner. Misses outside for ball 1. Boober trying to get him to chase, but well outside.
Threw one for the gun there. See if he could light up the velo on that one.
Might as well when you're up 0-2, right? The 1-2 pitch from Carson Boober. Swing and a miss. Drop third strike. Edwards fields it, though, after dropping it and throws it to first in time for the out. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Jefferson. We head to the bottom of 6. Martinsburg trying to add some insurance runs to this 1-0 lead. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 back in 60.
Hey, it's Cody from Cody's Auto Body.
You're a potty mouth.
But we do a really great job fixing cars after an accident.
I know, but you're still a potty mouth.
I'm possibly the best friend you could ever have.
You are, but potty mouth.
If you need your car repaired, come to Cody's Auto Body, located at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Because that's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
See? Potty mouth.
Leave me alone.
Do you have someone in a nursing home, or are you worried about somebody you love going into a nursing home? The law firm of Daniel Staggers can protect your assets. Call the law firm of Daniel Staggers today at 304-267-3915. The Daniel Staggers Law Firm does elder care law, estate planning, and special needs trusts for disabled children and family members. Visit the Daniel Staggers Law Firm for your initial free consultation at 133 East John Street in Martinsburg. The Daniel Staggers Law Firm, when you need asset protection for you or for a family member.
Isaac Grove to lead things off here for the Bulldogs to be in this bottom half of the 6th inning. We're trying to add some insurance runs, up 1-0 here in the bottom of the 6th as the pitching duel continues. Cohen Rutherford on the mound here for Jefferson. He's pitched great, but hasn't got any run support. Martinsburg has just a 1-run lead, though, so anybody's ball game here. Bulldogs trying to add to it. And the pitch to Grove is outside for a ball.
Yeah, an insurance run here for the way Carson Boober is pitching would feel like you'd almost be insurmountable lead. But, of course, Jefferson, with Rutherford throwing the ball down the middle, not going to give a lot of free bases or hasn't given up any walks tonight, I don't believe. So you're going to have to hit your way on. The double and the single is about all that we've really seen from
no
Martinsburg.
Walks, no hit by pitches either.
So they're going to have to hit their way on.
1-1 pitch here. Runs in and finds the zone for strike 2. Our bottom of the 6th brought to you by WV Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out here for Grove, the leadoff hitter in the 6th, and he sends that one into the crowd. And count remain 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Look for Jefferson to run some guys out there as Liam Sager struck out twice. Cole Lewis has struck out once, but in the top of the 7th. And Cole Smith already been hit 4. Ty Vickers is 0 for 2 night as well. So possibly when you see the top of the 7th, it might not be who we're expecting is in the lineup at the moment.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Fouled straight back again there by Isaac Grove. So good at-bat here from Grove, who led off the game with a strong at-bat, but would ground out his first time and then lined out the second time. And the 2-2 to Grove, misses outside for ball 3.
Grove does a nice job of seeing pitches, not swinging at bad pitches. You know, he runs the count up there. He's sees the ball well, runs really well, can get infield singles, can turn outfield singles into doubles.
3-2 to Grove. Called strike 3. Isaac goes down looking there. And that'll bring Carson Buber to the plate.
Buber give the ball a ride the last time he was out there. Chased Riley Morgan back there to the warning track, but he tracked it down. Buber's in control out there on the mound. Looks like Rutherford went a little sidearm on that pitch that went way to our right, to his left. So Nick has fallen asleep here in this one-run game.
Next pitch misses inside for a ball.
Rutherford
2 balls, no strikes.
2-0 pitch here. Looking for, I'm going to get a timeout here as Coach John Lowry with 1 out is definitely not going to let Rutherford make a mistake over the plate with Carson Buber at the plate, nobody on. So this is going to be all about approaching these next couple of batters and what they need to do to stay 1 run down. So they are not going to. I think at this point he's saying, he cannot leave the ball over the plate here. He has home run power. And you see who's behind here. You can't walk him. So
Martinsburg has just 3 hits. Has only drawn those 3 base runners as well. So
yeah, at the moment Jefferson has 2 walks and a stolen base, and Martinsburg has some doesn't have many free bases other than the huge free base, which is the error, the bobbled ball in right field that cost the run. Martinsburg's walks, the 2 walks and a stolen base that they've given up have not hurt them as much as the 1 free base that Jefferson has given up.
The 2-1 pitch misses outside for ball 3.
Yeah, they're going to, if Buber gets on, you're going to see a pinch runner, and then you're going to see the power of Martinsburg's lineup. So, but you also can't leave it over the plate. You got to be competitive if you're Rutherford.
3-1 hit on the ground towards short. Going to be a close play. Dominguez's throw not in time. Buber safe by a step. And he's on there at the infield single.
Nice hard 90 there by Carson Buber, not being frustrated with the soft contact, but knowing how bad his team needs a base runner. Great job by Dominguez to make that thing even close. Carson's pretty fleet at foot there. And so as Martin's going to leave Buber in to run, it looks like.
Looks good, at least for now.
Oviedo to the plate.
Oviedo hits it on the ground towards short. Dominguez will flip to Vickers at second to throw to first in time for the double play. So after Martinsburg looked to maybe begin something going, a 6-4-3 ends it for the Bulldogs. And we head to the 7th. It's 1-0 Martinsburg here in Game 1 of the Region 2 Championship Series. This is West Virginia High School Baseball Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 60.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
When you're looking for the perfect gift, look no further than L.A. Roberts Jewelers at 146 North Queen Street in downtown Martinsburg. Choose from a huge selection of unique items, from the finest diamonds that make your eyes sparkle to exquisite timepieces, figurines, and collectibles. Buying from L.A. Roberts Jewelers means that you've made the decision to do business with people who've excelled in the industry for more than 100 years. They'll be here tomorrow when you need them, and if you need your jewelry or your watch repaired, they'll do that too. L.A. Roberts in downtown Martinsburg. Old World Jewelers for a new age.
Back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. 1-0 Bulldogs as we head to the top of the 7th inning. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin. Trip. Jefferson running out of opportunities. They have middle of the order, 5, 6, 7 guys due up. Sager, Lewis, Smith, but Carson Buber has rolled so far.
Looks like we're going to see Brady Roberts.
Yeah. He'll pinch hit here for the DH. That's kind of an interesting move. But Sager has struck out twice, so. Not very often I feel like you get a pinch hitter for a guy that is in the lineup to hit, but when you strike out twice, I guess you got to try something new.
Yeah, you got to do something here. I mean, this is the time of the season when you can't, you can't let them hit out of slumps or, you just don't have it today. You got to find someone on the bench that might see what they did. They got a pinch hit out of Connor Williams, and so they'll take their shots here with Brady Roberts down to their last 3 outs. Martinsburg still does have the bottom of the 7th. Should Jefferson find a way to tie this thing up or take the lead?
Carson Buber, 9 strikeouts so far, and Roberts sends the first pitch, a ground ball to short for the ground out. So it's a leadoff ground out for Roberts.
You don't see that very often, down a run, pinch hitter, you come in and swing at the very first pitch thinking maybe there's a take, but no take is there. So anyway, regardless, Buber doesn't walk a lot of guys, so you're not going to sit there and maybe not get behind.
Lewis takes that one for a called strike 1.
Lewis, the guy who did line drive Buber earlier. Lewis had a triple off Buber in the 4-1 game that went into the gap out there in the right field.
0-1 pitch to Cole. Swing and miss, strike 2. Carson Buber in search of that 10th strikeout. He's already gotten Lewis once back in the 4th.
He's had an unbelievable outing regardless of what the outcome here is, but he's an out and a strike away from.
Nice one. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Carson Buber with 10 of them here tonight at P.O. Faulkner Park. Now bring the catcher spot to the plate, which was Smith. It's been Williams, and now it's going to be Jet Gross.
So Jet Gross was allowed to enter for Connor Williams as the courtesy runner.
And now he's entering here as a pinch hitter for Smith, I guess, again.
So now they're going to hit again in Smith's spot. That would put Smith out of the game, I believe. Second time out.
Right, that would make sense to me, but I don't know. These rules are a little bit confusing.
High school re-entry rules.
Yeah.
You can re-enter once. If he was re-entered earlier, I don't think Connor Williams went back to catch, did he?
No. 1-0 count here, fouled away.
Ty Vickers on deck. Should Jet Gross find a way on base here? Jet Gross, who we know is more than likely going to pitch at some point in this series. Been in that rotation.
1-1 count. Strike called there for strike 2. I suppose if Jefferson were to come back and win tonight, not necessarily for Jet Gross. If Riley Morgan gives you a gem tomorrow, but 1-2 count here, 2 down. It's looking like you're going to probably try to use them at some point. 1-2 pitch here. Just misses for ball 2.
Yeah, he tried to sneak it in there on the backside of the plate there. Left-handed Gross, right-handed Buber. Tried to start it in the right-hander's box and drop it in.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. 1-0 Martinsburg. Buber looking for strikeout number 11, but it's fouled away by Jet Gross.
Went right in on his hand there. Good job by Gross to foul that off. That was a pitcher's pitch there. So, that generally is a very successful strikeout pitch, and Buber spotted up. Good job by Gross, who's got his toes up on that line, guarding the outside half, and he got one up and in.
Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, 11. Carson Buber strikeouts, leads Martinsburg to the 1-0 lead here in the Regional Championship Series, Game 1.
What a game.
Great win for the Bulldogs.
Unbelievable pitching performances by
both
Cohen
sides.
Rutherford. 4 hit, 1 run, 1 earned, 4 strikeouts, and then with a dominant performance by Carson Buber. 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, 11 strikeouts. Just unbelievable. That 1-run lead had to feel like a 10-run lead to Jefferson the way he was throwing, but Jefferson did all they could, threw a couple of pinch hitters in there, threw everything they had at him, and he came up 1 run short. Just to tell you how tight these series are and how good. I mean, Martinsburg to be the number one team in the state and have, two EPAC teams to fight them the way they are just goes to tell you how much talent they have in this area. Just unbelievable ball game. 2 out base hit from Braden Oviedo with no one on base, double, 2 out single by Alter. And Martinsburg, it's all they could really muster against Cohen Rutherford, but Martinsburg has found a way all year long to win the close ones. It's just been, it's just going to be an exciting game tomorrow at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, we'll see you there at noon, but we'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of this break, we'll have the post-game show. We'll be joined by Aaron Byler, and I'm going to presume Carson Buber, our player of the game here tonight on the post-game show. We're back in 2 minutes with those interviews and the stats. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
I do.
We got double the Rocks gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
I can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rocks Rewards.
We got double the Rocks gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had one job.
It's between girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rocks Rewards.
Welcome to CMA's Honda of Winchester, where you can drive an award-winning lineup of new and certified pre-owned Hondas, Accords, Civics, CRVs, HRVs, and more at CMA's Honda of Winchester. Owners just care more. Welcome to CMA's Honda of Winchester, where you can drive an award-winning lineup of new and certified pre-owned Hondas, Accords, Civics, CRVs, HRVs, and more at CMA's Honda of Winchester. Owners just care more.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Here to P.O. Faulkner Park here in the post-game show brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg. A full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page as we await Coach Aaron Byler as well as Carson Buber after Martinsburg's 1-0 victory over Jefferson here tonight. Buber gives up just 2 hits, 7 innings of work, 11 strikeouts, 2 walks. He is our player of the game, which is brought to you by WV Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. But the game summary wasn't a whole lot of offense, but 2 great pitching performances. Martinsburg scores 1 run on 4 hits. Jefferson, as I said, just has 2 hits and 1 error, I believe, as well. And then on the game summary is brought to you by Mansion Freddie Law Firm in Martinsburg.
Coach John Lowry's out there coaching him up. He's not done yet. He might be down 1, but Coach John Lowry's still out there coaching. I was just pointing that to you.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they still have another game to be played tomorrow, and as close as tonight's game was and what you would expect tomorrow, probably another low-scoring kind of game. Mm-hmm. This series is far from over after just 1 game. So, but as I was saying, game summary brought to you by the Mansion Freddie Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. To go to wvjusticelawyers.com. Tripp, any other thoughts, I guess, on tomorrow's game before we, get Coach Byler and Carson up here?
No, I just think it's going to be. This was Carson makes one mistake to those batters up there. It could be 1-1 or. This was a dominant performance by Carson Buber, but it was also a dominant performance by Cohen Rutherford. Martinsburg not able. The last time they faced Cohen, he short started. They hit him around. They had 10 hits in that game. Tonight they have 3 hits. Didn't get a walk. Wasn't able to manufacture many runs. Got a couple 2-out hits. that created the run. And, so Martinsburg's got to get that offense clicking. Jefferson's got to find a way to, score some runs against Martinsburg. Of course, they're going to finally see a different pitcher tomorrow. Carson Buber has thrown against them 3 games, 21 innings, and they've mustered up a run, against him. So tomorrow, tomorrow and possibly Wednesday, they'll get to see, someone else in Martinsburg's staff. If they can survive Lane DeLauder tomorrow, they'll get to see someone else as well. So, you can't count Jefferson out. They catch the baseball. They're deep. They made all the plays. They caught the line drives. They caught they make things look easy on defense, turned a double play. So they're going to come to play tomorrow with a little chip on their shoulder from letting one get away tonight. And Martinsburg, they're going to might play a little more free with that 1-game lead, and maybe it'll loosen them up a little bit. But both teams are just like I said, earlier, maybe when Martinsburg. When Jefferson took the series from Washington, either one of these two teams goes down to the state tournament, I believe, with their depth and their pitching, that they can be very competitive. It's a shame that we have a baseball tournament set up that only one gets to go, but that's what makes these regionals and these sectionals games so fun here at home. And maybe lucky for us that they don't send 2 teams down and we get to see all the good close games here, but sure. I believe that they could be successful. Jefferson could be successful with George Washington and, a couple of other teams that are in the runnings to be in state, Bridgeport, Morgantown. So just 2 great teams here fighting it out.
We're also going to be joined by Braden Oviedo, who broke the school doubles record tonight. Kind of missed that on the broadcast it happened because we had talked about it last game. But,
right.
He broke the doubles record for a single season. But we're now joined by Carson Buber, the winning pitcher. Carson, 11 strikeouts for you on the mound tonight. Yeah, you guys get a 1-0 gritty win over Jefferson. What do you think was really the key to your team's success?
Playoff baseball is always different than regular season. We always knew coming into it, they're not just going to give up very easily, and they fought. It was like the 5th inning when we scored our first run, but we got a couple hits together. Braden Oviedo coming in behind me. You can't do it any better than him. He gave us a chance. We had 2 outs, and then Christian Alter, he's one of the most clutch hitters on the team. He moved him over perfectly. Couldn't have written any better.
First inning, you got a very first batter gets a single. 2 batters later, you get a walk. You got man on first and second, and then you strike out the next 2. It kind of was how the tone was set throughout the night after that. And then you finally got that run, the next inning, you get a line drive. Looked like you dinged your finger up. What can you take us through that?
Yeah, I think I got it stoved pretty bad. I don't think it's fractured or anything, but you can see it's pretty bruised here. But it was hard putting pressure on the ball at first, but then I iced it when I got in the dugout, and I was just moving it around. But I was good after that once the adrenaline kicked in. But, yeah.
So those who can't see it is black and blue. So he wasn't faking, was he?
No.
It actually hit him out there. After that, after you were hit, you set down the next 8 out of 9. So you were able to fight through that, find the grip, and then you got that run. How'd that feel?
It's a huge relief when we get runs on the board. I feel like I can go out there and pitch without any worries once we get run support, and I thank Ovi and Christian for that.
Yeah. 11 strikeouts. You had things clicking. This is the 3rd time the team has seen you. It's really tough to do. 21 innings. They've scored 1 run against you. You've been super dominant against them, and hats off to you. Jefferson is a great team, and for someone to do that, I'm not sure that there's another pitcher in the state that can do that. But congratulations on the win, and Oviedo gets the doubles record tonight.
Yes, well deserved. He's coming up here soon.
You guys are a game away from going to Charleston, and excitement is building a little bit, but you still have a lot of work to do with a great team in front of you.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
Carson, congrats.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for joining us as well here, as we'll be joined here shortly by Braden Oviedo, who in the heat of the moment we didn't even really think about it, but he did break that doubles record. And we'll be joined by him now. So Braden, as you put the headset on, broke the school doubles record tonight. I guess we'll start with that, as that's your individual accomplishment, but overall it helps lead to the first run of the game as well. But what does that mean to you to hold that record now?
Oh, it means a lot. I really didn't expect the beginning of the year to even get close to it, so I'm really proud of myself for even breaking the record today.
3-2 count, 2 outs. Nobody on base. It looked like the inning was about the end there, possibly. Guys couldn't figure out Cole and Rutherford up to that point, and you got a pitch that you could handle, drove it to the wall. But up to that point, what was he doing to keep you guys off balance?
I think we were just getting unlucky. We were just getting under a little bit. Mm-hmm. I don't know how many strikeouts we had today, but overall we didn't really do bad at the plate. We got in some hitters' counts.
Yeah, he got hitters. Only 4 strikeouts, but he was able to get a couple of line outs. But 2 outs, nobody on. Get that double. You break the record. Was that even on your mind at all at that time?
No, I was just trying to get a barrel, trying to get on base, and I did that.
Did you know when you hit second base you broke the record?
Yeah.
Yeah. How did it feel when you seen that go sign from Coach Ballard coming home, hit that plate for the first run of the game?
Oh, I was running as fast as I could. I didn't know where the ball was, what happened. I heard he bobbled it, but I was just running.
How much confidence did you have in Carson after you guys give him that run?
Oh, we were so confident. He did amazing today. He shoved it, zero runs. I mean, can't ask for anything better.
The game away from Charleston, excitement's building, but you got to kind of harness that down because you still got some work to do. What's your preparation for tomorrow? It's going to be a quick turnaround.
Yeah, we just got to do the same thing. Got to hit the ball. Lane's going to be on the bump, so we get the world in him.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you, Trip.
Thank you, Braden. As we'll await Coach Byler now after the Bulldogs' victory, but yeah, great game from Oviedo. Big hit there. Really well hit ball. You know, it ends up going over the wall, but you never know. Could have maybe been a triple if it stayed.
Maybe kicked away, but yeah, 3rd straight 1-run game for Martinsburg as they gutted it out.
So we'll now be joined by the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Aaron Byler. I guess we'll start with that stat that you just threw at us, Trip. 3rd straight 1-run game, Coach. Team finds a way again to get a win, and Carson Buber just amazing tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Carson was really, really good, and he throws 87 pitches, and he's got a bum index finger, and he comes in, he's icing it between every inning, and I think you could see him kind of messing with his hand after every pitch. So just a really gutty performance out of Carson.
Yeah, he showed us that, we got to look at it. It was stoved up. It's definitely bruised, so it definitely wasn't, just antics out there. He actually got hit pretty good on that hand. Started off the game, got a single, then a walk, was down, he man on first and second. He strikes out the next 2 guys, and from there he takes it over.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I think getting out of the first there was big, for whatever reason, that first inning always seems to be if you can get out of that with a 0, and I'd like to get out of that one with a 0 and come put one up, but, runs were kind of a premium tonight.
Yeah, Cohen Rutherford did a great job, pitched it well enough to win. His team just didn't give him the run support. Of course, the dominant performance by Buber. What was he doing to keep you guys off balance there? And, of course, you had some hard luck, at bats, but how do you feel overall for the offense?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we barreled some balls up here and there that didn't find a hole. If Alter's ball maybe finds a hole there to lead off the inning, maybe we scratch one across there. But, this time of year, there's good pitchers. You know what I mean? You're going to see everybody's best pitcher. We're not going to score 10 runs every night. I mean, even though we're averaging 9.8, we're not going to score 10 runs a game. So I think, for 3 straight games, we found a way to win. And I think it goes back to that quiet confidence that those guys have. They never blink an eye. They play every out, and they just know that the guy behind them will come through.
Talked about some free base. Talked about winning the free base game. They got a couple of walks. Carson Buber shut that down. Got a stolen base, shut that down. But the biggest free base came with the bobbled ball out there, and that's just how close these 2 teams are competitively, and how quickly the game can turn. And but Carson comes in, and they get a guy on here and there, but they just not able to move anything over. But 2 walks from both teams. 3 or 4 free bases is a phenomenal high school baseball game.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to give a lot of credit to Colin Rutherford too with how they pitched, and heck, the game was an hour and 15 minutes, hour and a half. So it was just a really great high school baseball game, and I think that's what good competitive regional baseball should be. I can't say enough about Ovi, leading up, getting that double there to break the school record, and Christian Alter has just kind of been an RBI machine for us, and Bob or not, we were probably going to send him because runs were at such a premium, and if we get an opportunity, I felt like we had to take a chance there, so unfortunately it worked out.
2-out hits. They were both 2-out hits. You guys have done a really good job of, hitting the ball with 2 outs, a good approach. I mean, you did run the counts up a few times. Like you said, have some bad luck. They hit the ball pretty hard, but it's going to be a good game tomorrow. 15-hour turnaround, I believe. First pitch at 12 o'clock. You're not going to be able to celebrate this one much. What's your preparation for tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, I think the good news is when you play those Friday night EPAC games, and then you turn around and play the Saturday doubleheader at noon. So we've done it, probably 5 or 6 times, and we're going to be out. The kids are going to be out of here earlier than they have been, in any of those games. So we're going to come here tomorrow. We're going to feed them breakfast. We're going to hit. We're going to be loose. Got Lane DeLauder on the mound tomorrow, and we feel really good. We're playing up 1-0 and trying to get back to Charleston.
So, great game. Congratulations on the game. Your team was wearing some Team Aaron T-shirts today. You want to give us anything on that?
Yeah, I want to say hi to Erin Reisenweber, who's watching from the hospital right now. She was diagnosed with leukemia. That's Ben Reisenweber's mom, and we got some T-shirts made just to show our support of her. We're going to continue to wear them during warm-ups throughout as long as this thing will go. So we just want her to know that we're thinking of her and praying for her, and I'm glad that you guys broadcast the game so she's able to watch tonight.
All right, congratulations. See you tomorrow.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Coach. Congrats on the win as the Bulldogs take the 1-0 lead headed into Jefferson tomorrow. Again, that's a noon first pitch, 11:40 pregame show. Real quick here, the game stats, and then we'll get out of here. Those game stats are brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Visit them online at fordofhagerstown.com. 4 hits for the Bulldogs. They come from Buber, Oviedo, Alter, and Edwards. Just 1 run scored. We've given you the Buber line again here. Why not? 7 innings, 2 hits, 2 walks, 11 strikeouts for him. For Jefferson, just those 2 hits, and they come from Dominguez and Williams, the pinch hitter. And then Rutherford goes 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned, 4 strikeouts.
Yeah, if you're telling me that Rutherford's going to throw 6 innings and only give up a run, I'm telling he's probably a winner tonight. But unfortunately, he had to face, another unbelievable pitcher in this EPAC and Carson Buber. So, hats off to him for what he was able to do so far this year. His team's going to have to get him a couple wins for him to get back up on the mound. But, he is he's just been phenomenal since he's went down there to Jefferson and got in with that group and fit in and been one of their 1-2. Certainly was one of their aces while Riley was down, but looked like he was going to, there early. He certainly was throwing a perfect game, and Martinsburg is not an easy lineup to get out. I mean, they hit, 5 or 6 of them up in the 360 batting average, and Oviedo up near 500 at times, and but what they do is they put pressure on you. Once you get them on, and he did a great job of not giving any walks or any free bases. Because once you do that, then they start running and bunting and manufacturing runs, and they were able to shut all of that down and force, I'm sure that Coach John Lowry and his senior in his meeting in right field said, "Hey, they got 2 timely hits, and we didn't," and that's the difference in the ball game. Nothing that we did was any worse than they did. Nothing they did was any better than we did. We just come up on the losing end of a great baseball game. We got to regroup tomorrow. Martinsburg once again having that kind of a magical season where they're finding ways, and that's what it takes sometimes. You can be really good on paper, and you can have a really great record, but this game has a way of humbling you, and has a way, and pitchers have a way of making really good teams, come down to their level. And Rutherford just did a great job of that. But Buber, I mean that 1 run, even up here in the booth felt like that, that possibly Jefferson wasn't going to be able to figure him out to get a run. So going to be a great game tomorrow. Probably going to see Morgan or Gross against DeLauder for sure. So more great pitching.
Yeah, it should be fun again tomorrow. That game at Jefferson. And if there's a Game 3, it's back here at Martinsburg. But for Kyle McLaughlin, our on-site producer, Dylan Bishop back in the studio, Trip Tobin, I'm Nick Verzolini saying so long here from P.O. Faulkner Park. Once again, your final score, Martinsburg 1, Jefferson 0. Bulldogs take the 1-0 series lead in the best of 3 between the Bulldogs and the Cougars for the Region 2 championship. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. Have a good night, everyone.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Baseball. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Parsons Ford, Rocks, the Heffley Motor Company, the Wagner Law Firm, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, the Skinner Law Firm, the Browns Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, Orsini's, Carter Myers Automotive, Century 21 Modern Realty Results, The Palace Lounge, Cody's Auto Body, WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, Hagerstown Ford, the Berkeley County Health Department, Smallwood and Small Insurance, Mother Shuckers, L.A. Roberts Jewelers, the Dutch Miller Auto Group, and the Mansion Freddie Law Firm.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball, keep it tuned to FM 106.5, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online talkradiowrnr.com. All rights reserved.
The Sports Mix is your place in the Eastern Panhandle for national sports through a local lens.
We're now joined by the voice of the Washington Wizards, Dave Johnson. Dave, how are you today?
This might be a first for me. I'm actually doing an interview from the tarmac at Dulles Airport. We're getting ready to fly to Detroit.
Co-hosts Dylan Bishop, Nick Verzolini, and Colin McLaughlin break things down weekdays from noon to 1 and re-aired from 5 to 6 right here on Talk Radio WRNR, TV 10, and the TV 10 Facebook page.